So it's been over 6 months since PES 2020 came out, and as you can immediately tell, it looks way different right now.
The suddenness in which you can find yourself in a good position, or the suddenness in which it can go again. Fail! It's in!
This is the PC version, so almost everything's been modded at this point. It is by far the best looking version of the game, and you get to add a ton of stadiums including the Bernabeu and Anfield ported from last year's game, along with stadium-specific camera angles, and it all creates a worthy vehicle for the beautiful game unfolding on the pitch.
He's got away! Hazard clips one, has a goal!
So I thought it's probably time for a more detailed mid-year review of PES 2020, and also an excuse to use this new intro that I was saving for next year. For the most part, PES 2020 with its 6th update since launch does the best job getting the fundamentals of the game right, and that's dribbling, passing, and shooting. The superb shooting in PES 2020 is the result of the engine's accurate interpretation of realistic ball physics, which leads to satisfying ball trajectories en route to goal.
Goes for goal!
Like the way Keita's short leading run momentum gets transferred into his screamer.
Shot a goal!
Or the way Mane's ship gently floats into the net.
Mane!
This is all complemented by a wide range of shots available to certain players, like rising shots, which typically stay level while slowly rising. Those can be pulled off by releasing the left stick before aiming while sprinting.
It's Bale! Goal!
Another favorite of mine is the dipping shot trait, which James pulls off here.
Real chance!
Rising and dipping shots require player traits to produce them from open play, while any player can produce a powerful dipping shot with a first-time volley of a dropping ball.
And he's there to clear. Goes for goal!
There is probably no more satisfying shot to watch in PES 2020 than a properly executed long-range finesse shot.
Shot a goal!
When executed from long range, those shots require players with good curl and finishing attributes.
He'll hit it!
Most importantly, every effort needs to be taken to find your space and turn the player in the proper direction, which Modric does here in his last turn before taking the shot.
Goal scores, but he's had a go! It's a goal!
In this example, he neatly nutmegs his mark, but doesn't have enough time to face the goal, leading to a wayward finesse shot.
Has a pop! Oh,
In this one, Hazard decides to directly take the shot without adjusting his position,
has a go!
while Isco manages to turn, but with little time for accurate placement from that distance.
Isco, it's Isco!
Oftentimes your back is to the goal with no time to turn, but you can do a quick turn to face the goal by releasing directions and tapping the dash button like James does over here.
James and a shot!
And as a testimony to PES 2020's realistic method of transferring player momentum into the shot, you can achieve a looping variation of the finesse shot by killing off player momentum with a sudden turn right before taking a powerful shot from an almost standing position.
Modric. James Rodriguez hits one! Really well taken.
Note how the ball loops over the keeper compared to the other finesse shot examples. By choosing advanced instead of basic shooting in PES 2020, you are afforded even more shooting variations by being able to deliberately target the low corners of the goal.
To the stands. Firmino!
This variation also works marvelously for finesse shots, like the low finesse Hazard takes here.
Hazard! And he's done it!
Making proper contact with the ball landing from behind a player takes into account the player's anticipation of receiving it. In this example, Benzema had just recovered from a backtrack run with little time to adjust for a volley with his weaker foot.
No, that was a chance. What a chance.
On the other hand, with good anticipation, he's able to comfortably pull off either a standard or advanced volley with his left foot.
Benzema hits one! Really well taken.
Players with the outside curler trait will convert shots on the weaker foot into a trivela with a strong foot, which Hazard pulls off here. But generally speaking, your shots with a weaker foot have a lower chance of hitting the target, as do the shots that you take with a defender closely breathing down your neck.
Their season. Gets the better of his man, has a pop! A potential goal of the season contender.
Although, as in real life, your star players can miss easy shots with perfect circumstances. That said, the game does a good job of encouraging you to take a shot, no matter how unlikely scoring might seem.
If he gets his head, shooting chance!
Notice here how Salah does this thing where he uses his first touch to swiftly turn over his mark and face the goal.
Look at the goal!
And here's a special shout out to the animation of the defender guarding the ball mid-air with his hands behind his back. A player's first touch can make all the difference in PES 2020, especially with your back to the goal.
He's away! Firmino hits one! He's delivered!
And you can see how smoothly Hazard takes on the last defender with a single touch taken in stride.
And he's away! He's through! It's 1-0! Has a goal! Goal!
I love how, like in real life, a first touch can rid you from a defender without using flashy skills.
Isco hits one!
This is possible thanks to a realistic simulation of player momentum, making ball pushers more effective in creating openings.
Loose, who's getting real danger here? He's had a shot!
And it's this smooth combination of non-obtrusive first touches, proper player momentum, and shooting physics, which creates a satisfying, rewarding dribbling experience,
And the shot!
where players can realistically find their way through opponents by timing their strides and using a low center of gravity to perform calculated small movements en route to goal.
Mohamed Salah tries one!
This low center of gravity can also allow you to flick a first touch and flip your mark inside out as he makes a slower turn.
Facade, absolutely distinctive, place out on it. Real chance! He's delivered!
Player momentum is best demonstrated in how players with bursting acceleration can leave their marks in the dust by speeding past them, or by swiftly changing direction, especially when done while their marks are turning.
He's got away. Got a sight of goal here. Shoots!
Finally, it's safe to say that the disastrous poor ball control of Datapack 5.0 has been completely removed in Datapack 6. I love how Genie actually runs towards his own half to lose the defender before making a run to the goal. And if you've been watching him IRL, you know it's a realistic move he pulls off every now and then. Player stamina plays a huge role, as the freshly introduced Origi is able to run past the tired defender and set up Salah for a last-minute winner. And keep an eye on the tired far defender who